Okay, excuse the washing machine once again. I feel like every time I film you always hear my washing machine going off in the background. But what we have here is a 42 piece and it's fuses. So we've got a 3A, a 5A and a 13A. And I've got my screwdriver. So my toaster doesn't work at the moment, and rather than replacing, it's always worth checking whether the fuse has blown. So I'm going to do that now and see if my toaster comes back to life. So here is the toaster. So before I start, you can see this little side pocket. It's got everything that drops down in it, and as you can see, these are all the things. I just want to give this a little a clean before we start opening the plug. And as you can see here, we don't need to unscrew anything. It's literally lift up and replace the fuse. I've got a bin liner ready, and what I'm going to do with that is I'm just going to open that up and I'm going to tip my toaster upside down and just let any built up whatever's in there fall out. So as you can see, I've removed that bottom tray, and you can still see there are bits and pieces of toast in there. So I'm just going to tip them out into the bag. There you go, there's all my built up pieces of toast. Right, this is clean, just going to slot that back in. And let's get on with opening up the fuse. Okay, so as you can see, this is a 13A. So just going to take this out and then replace it. Okay, so 13. So I'm just going to place it inside. There we go. And then put the little cap back on. And we'll see, because this literally tripped my electric and everything turned off, so this is the time to test it. Okay, so my toaster is back in now. I'm just going to turn this on. And see if it works. Oh yes, it's working. Okay, let's turn it on from here. So another great idea for making your products last a lot longer are to change the Hoover bags. So I'm now going to be changing my Hoover bags. Make sure that you always check your Hoover bags, check when they're full. I know it's a job, but just keep checking them, because when they are full, replace them, because they can get blocked and they can get damaged. I've had one before where I didn't change the bag for a long time. That was one of my biggest mistakes, and it ended up so blocked. I didn't even know what the blockage was, that it just didn't work anymore. So I don't want that to happen. So regular updates on checking the bag can make a big difference and make your items last a lot longer. And it's not a hard job. So here we are, here's my Hoover bag, and as you can see, that's quite full there. Probably going to see a lot of dust come out with it, but that's not a problem. You can even do that back up later. The bag is very full. There we go. There we go. There it is. That's going to be... We just have a little bit of dust in there, as you can see. Just going to tip that out.
There we go. I'll just get the satisfaction of hoovering that up. And then I'm going to replace it with a new bag. Make sure that your bags are compatible with the model as well that you're using. A lot of people make that mistake and wonder why it doesn't hoover properly. Make sure you've got the correct bag for the model. There we go, easy as that. Put my filter back in and then my lid on top. So there we are, I've changed my bag, and you may notice that when you do turn it on, the sound is a little bit different, and that's just because it's going to be working so much better for you. Let's turn my hoover on. Sound very good now, makes a big difference. Lovely. And I hope that tip has helped. So another great way to save and also to protect and to get the best out of your washing machine is to always use the Mr. Muscle to unblock any of those edges and clogs that clog up. And the best out of your washing machine, so it's best to take care of the pipe work. You'll find that the washing machine will work a lot faster, the spin will go a lot better, and it will definitely make a definite difference to your clothes when they smell a lot fresher. Pipes, as we know, are very smelly and pongy smells that come out of them, especially when they're blocked. So Mr. Muscle, this one will just take, you know, it kills all of that blockage. This kind of acid that's in here would just dissolve anything that's there that needs to be unblocked, and it works in 5 minutes. So I like to use, I get the double Mr. Muscle pack, and I get that from Amazon. I will leave a link down below. One for your kitchen and also one for the bathroom. Let's go over to the sink because that's where we need to be. Okay, so here's the solution, and I'm literally going to be putting it down the plug hole, and then we are going to wait. And then I'm going to be pouring hot water over this once the 5 minutes is up. I don't know whether you can see that. Let me get over here so you can see that gel formula. So make sure you've got it all out. That's about 500 ml here. And I'm just going to wait. And then you want to go ahead with your hot water. Hello and welcome to my very nasty bathroom sink. Yes, everything is clogged up here, and the reason being is because it is blocked. So if you see me running this water now, you'll notice that this water is not going to go down anytime soon. You can see clearly that the plug is not even down. This is my plug down. This is my plug up. We have a blocked up sink. And this will go down eventually, but it will take its time. And what happens is whenever you're doing anything in here, it just greatly sticks to everything. The plug, everything just looks terrible. It's lovely 5 minute action. That's all we need to unblock anything that's in there. Taken all the water out, and it's kind of made even more of a mess and everything clinging into it. But you know, don't be afraid. Let's just get the Mr. Muscle and pour it down. And you can see there's a blockage because that's just not going down anyway.
So it will eventually, but right now let it work its action in the 5 minutes, and then we can give this sink a great clean. So it's been about 5 minutes and it's all disappeared. I'm going to put some bleach around this and just some ordinary washing up liquid and just clean it. Smells great, looks a lot better. Highly recommend the Mr. Muscle, a once a month routine. Make a big difference. And another great way to keep your kettles on their toes is to use this Ecozone, and it is the Kettle and Iron Descaler. So it removes the limescale buildup, and I would definitely recommend it. If you have irons, I recommend it. I don't use an iron, I use a handheld steamer, but if you do, I recommend that you use the Descaler. Also, if you have a kettle, and especially this one that comes in the 3 sachet, and especially if you live in hard water area, which I do. So I'm going to show you my kettle close up and show you all of that limescale. I've let it build up specifically for this video, and I'm going to use this sachet, and you can use more than one if you don't feel like it's working. So yeah, so we are going to, and like I said, you can see it's here. It's not just me, the tick. It helps appliances last longer, cleans and protects. So let's look at my kettle close up. So let's go down here and have a good look, and you can see, I hope you can see, I've taken all the water out so you can see very clearly that build-up of limescale, which goes right up to the top. And you can see where I kind of fill my kettle up. You see that rim area there? That is where I fill my kettle up. And again, you can see full of limescale. I don't know why this lighting is not, I can see there's kind of glare there. I'm not sure why, but I'm hoping you can see this. It's almost like the bottom of the Titanic at the bottom of the ocean kind of build up. It's very, very scary to see actually that, you know, this is what we drink when we make our teas and coffees. This is the kind of thing that will finish off our kettles before it's time. Yeah, so, and you can see around the edges, look at that. That is limescale as well. Build up as well in the spout area. Let's have a good check there. I hope you can see. It's all in there, the limescale. So let's follow the instructions and begin the process. So the first step is to boil the kettle. So I'm just going to fill it up with this very hard water here. And yeah,
let's do that. And I'll fill it up. And then just gonna boil the water. So while that kettle is boiling there, yeah, this is what it is. You just half fill the kettle with water and boil. Do not overfill. And then you slowly empty the 1 sachet into the kettle. You can use 2 sachets for heavy limescale, and you can leave it for then half an hour. You just rinse out your kettle with some clean water and then boil again, and then just repeat that twice so that to make sure that all of the citric acid is completely gone out of the kettle. You don't want any chemicals, so that's what I always do anyway. And yeah, and then you're good to have a nice kettle again. So the kettle has boiled now, and I'm just So this was at the bottom of the kettle, that kind of under the sea, as you can see, look at that. This is hard water, this is limescale, this is the build-up that you don't want to see in your kettles or anywhere else, that you have hard water in your pipes. This is the thing. So we want to eliminate that to make our appliances last longer. And it's very strange when you see that close up, but I had to show you. Okay, so now let's have a look at the kettle. Also, you can see limescale has been removed there from the top. And wow, look inside. Look at the pipe work. Nice and clear. So I do hope that you enjoyed this video, and yeah, and I hope it's going to save your products in the long run. So please do check out those links down below. It could make your products last longer and keep them a lot cleaner, and again, it will be a lot healthier in the long run. I hope to see you all again in another video. Bye for now.